Hello, hello, and welcome back. I am Maester Aelix, and this is Fallout 4 NCR Lone Ranger. And today we are in Good Neighbor, having just cleared out a lot of gunners trying to get ourselves a courser chip. And where are we going? Where are we going to get this courser chip checked out? Well, back at the memory den. So, let's roll. Ahem. The Ranger didn't know where to take the Ranger chip initially, but since Dr. Mari of the Memory Den had been the one who set her out on this course, she figured, well, that was a good enough place to start as anyone.
You're back. The glowing sea. Virgil. What happened?
I found Virgil. He has a way inside the Institute. But I need a code from a courser chip.
A courser chip? You fought a courser? Oh my god. Unfortunately, I can't help you. I've worked on a lot of synths, but never a courser. I don't know what that chip does, let alone how to decode it. But there are people who might. I work with a group that, well, they're the only ones I know that even have a chance at cracking Institute security. They're called the Railroad.
The Railroad?
They help synths escape the Institute. I don't know who they all are. Usually an agent of theirs just shows up with someone who needs new memories. One of them gave me a code phrase. Said it would help me find them if there was ever an emergency. Follow the Freedom Trail.
Any idea what the code phrase means?
I'm not sure. But I remember there was a pre-war landmark with a similar name. I'd start there. Hopefully they've placed other clues to tell you where to go after that. Hidden somewhere in plain sight. That's how they think.
That's all you have?
I'm afraid so. The Railroad is understandably paranoid. They're fighting the Institute, after all. You'll have to figure it out as you go.
Well, that was mighty helpful. It wasn't as helpful as she had hoped. Just hand over the chip and get it decoded, but at least now she had a plan of action. So follow the Freedom Trail. Didn't rightfully know what that meant, but she also kind of figured it would not be here in Good Neighbor. Stepping out of Good Neighbor, she heard some pained sounds along the way. Of course, that was always just a wonderful sign that you're doing it right. Unfortunately, she didn't really know where to go. So, well, the Ranger did what she does best. Just kind of wandered. Hoped for the best. Found herself at that there Boston Common area. I mean, how bad could it be? Everything seemed to avoid this place. Doesn't mean she couldn't take a few fun pot shots, though. Yep, everyone seemed to be scared more or less witless at this place. She figured if things were going to be that bad, she'd best carry her best gun. course, the robot had caught her fancy, plus the words "the Freedom Trail" was kind of big and obvious.
Welcome, Patriot, to Boston Common, the start of the Freedom Trail. Feast your ears and learn more about the historic Freedom Trail, and learn the history of Boston Common.
You're a tour guide?
Error. Response not recognized.
At Journey's End, follow Freedom's lantern. An interesting thing at that.
7 and A. Some sort of code.
She noticed the bright red marker on the ground and figured, why not follow it? Might lead somewhere, might not, but certainly it's a better lead than what she was doing then. The raider in the distance had caught her attention, but she figured she'd let him live this time.
4 and L. Definitely a code.
Now, following this trail, she was none too keen on it, because kept dipping and swerving and making little to no sense, but she figured it went somewhere enough. Well, she shot the ghouls. She was certainly going to go get the items from it. I mean, she could always use more caps and bullets, and for some reason, ghouls always seem to have those things. Not that she minded at all. Of course, trying to follow a red line through heaps of rubble did prove to be more than a little bit of a challenge at times. More than once she'd had to double back, try to find her bearings. But of course, if it was easy, it really wouldn't be secure now, would it? She found herself a little disappointed that this Freedom Trail ran itself right in front of Good Neighbor, and she never really noticed. Of course, that's what the good doctor had said. These people hide in plain sight. Just a little too plain sometimes. Or so it seemed. Of course, trying to follow the Freedom Trail at night did add a whole nother degree of difficulty.
3I. 3I.
Apparently, she just couldn't leave those raiders to well enough alone. They decided to start problems. Fortunately, the the NCR Lone Ranger, well, she was really good at solving problems. Kept hearing sounds of raiders. Keep seeing signs of them being dead and all, but didn't really understand why they were just laying around. Of course, you did appreciate the ammunition they carried. Always useful, that ammo.
Hell no! You're not that.
Hearing the sound of a super mutant suicider actually brought her a little bit of relief. So she figured, well, once that one was dead, might take a few of his friends out with him. Or if not his friends, at least some of these raiders. Yeah, she found that dealing with problems like raiders and super mutants, most of those are best solved by putting a bullet between their eyes. And if you were lucky, you got your bullets back from what they had in their pockets. No, she would have liked to have stayed and messed around with these super mutants for a bit. She had a trail to follow.
5R.
What's that?
Now, that's the thing about this Freedom Trail. A lot of it is taking it on faith. Can't be too sure where all it's taking you specifically. Just kind of gotta believe that you're going the right way.
Gonna splatter your brains!
Now, she also kind of wondered how a proper organization figured they could get away with having super mutants so near their home. But she realized if the super mutants were, not bright enough to find them, then there wouldn't be too much of a threat of super mutants. Make for great cover and protection, too. Unpaid protection at that.
8D next. One R. The trail ends right at the church.
The Old North Church. Yep, she never even heard of the place before seeking it out. But you can see that for a church, it was still pretty nice. Despite a clear and obvious ghoul problem. Of course, it wasn't the biggest ghoul problem she'd ever encountered. Just the most recent. Now, she had to admit, seeing this large, unusual weapon, that was new. I mean, she'd seen rippers. I mean, everybody's seen rippers, but this chain, what's it? Like an enormous ripper. This would have to be examined more closely at another time, but sadly not right now. Nope, she was hot on the trail. Tracking people down is one of the best things she's ever done. One of the most useful life skills, at least. Sometimes she wished she could just yell at the ghouls to stay down. She wasn't here to mess up their day or week or life or whatever. Just wanted to pass through, but no. No, ghouls never really listened. Of course, keeping ghouls outside your home, that was another thing altogether. They were more indiscriminate than super mutants. Taking a quick look at this thing,
Spins.
she suddenly knew what she had to do.
Oh, So it starts with R.
Of course, making the
There you
password to
go.
your secret club the name of the club, not necessarily the best of ideas, but, well, it is what it is. Ranger had to set this place up, so he was just going to be prepared for it.
Stop right there. You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But before we go any further, answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
You wanted to see us. So that means you're playing by our rules. So, answer my question.
I followed the Freedom Trail looking for the railroad. I'm not your enemy.
If that's true, you have nothing to fear. Who told you how to contact us?
Dr. Amari told me how to find you.
Very interesting. Last question. Why are you here?
I tracked down and killed a courser at Green Tech Genetics. Now I need help. Breaking the code on his courser chip.
You have what? This is not a joking matter.
I didn't know we were having a party. What gives with my invitation? Oh, I see you invited the Courser killer. Nice.
Deacon, you're late. You're saying this intruder actually killed a courser? Single-handedly? Oh, that'd give even Gloria a run for her money.
Newsflash, boss. This lady is kind of a big deal. If you're done interrogating her, you might want to show this Courser murdering machine a little courtesy. Just a thought.
I owe you an apology. Anyone who kills a courser is good in my book. I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader of the railroad.
Seeing the sudden shift in tone, she figured she was now good with these railroad people.
Who are you people, exactly?
In a world full of suspicion, treachery, and hunters, we're the synth's only friend.
Des, we need to let her in. She's got an intact Courser chip, for God's sake.
That violates our security protocols.
To hell with that. She killed a Courser. There's no way she's working for the Institute.
We're letting you into our headquarters. You're the first outsider ever to be given this privilege. We'll discuss the details about your chip inside.
Well, no harm in following the
Don't try
lead way.
anything, stranger.
We having fun yet?
Coding a courser chip is a very delicate operation. A million things can go wrong, the least of which is losing the data. Fortunately, we have the right man for the job.
Hey, Dad. You need something?
Tom, our visitor here has a courser chip.
Whoa! For real? Oh, man, it's been ages. There's
Right.
more going on
Some
than
ground
you know.
rules.
Trust me.
Tom can get you the code, but once he's done, we get the courser chip.
Why do you want the courser chip?
Institute Tech is light years beyond what we have. And a courser chip is top of the line. I'm not gonna get into details, but that chip could help us save lives. Maybe throw a wrench in some of the Institute's operations. So, hand over the chip.
I don't know. I might need that chip later.
This isn't a negotiation. This is a demand. To anybody else in the Commonwealth, all you have is 2 caps worth of salvage. With us, that data is priceless. But we're not just going to give that away. Talk to me again if you change your mind.
Well, this Desdemona person ran a hard bargain, but she figured she could always find another courser and kill it if she needed to.
Hey,
Made up your mind. We decode the courser chip for you, but after that, it's ours. Deal?
fine. It's yours.
All right. Tom, make it happen.
All right, little courser chip. Let's have the circuit analyzer take a crack at you.
Any news on Scarecrow?
He was in the entryway when the SRB blew the door.
So? Caretaker made it out, and he was by the goddamn elevator. Scarecrow's gotta be alive.
We're in.
Scarecrow's not
Chip
on Carrington.
accessed.
He's
Just
probably
poke the
dead.
analog connectors
And
a little.
What? Go ahead, spit it out.
What?
Even if he
Oh
showed
man,
up now,
don't crash.
he's been
Hold
gone.
it together.
You gotta be
Memory
kidding me.
hiccup.
After
Here it
everything he's done
comes.
for us?
Encryption
This is
algorithms.
Could
All
be a
right.
double.
All right, we're still
The
running.
Institute has had too much time. We can't chance it.
Oh
He's
man,
out for good.
they've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be. Come on, baby, show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait, they're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator. Oh man, we got lucky. I got you, you Institute bastard. I got you.
Hey, don't try
Softly,
anything,
eh?
stranger.
Come on. Show me that sweet bass note. Come on, baby. There, we got it. We got the code. Let me load that onto the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
Yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold up next time, Des.
Start working on the rest of the chip. And you, I'd love to work with you more. Let me know if you're interested. But to be crystal clear, if you use that data and discover anything involving the Institute, you share it with us first. Otherwise, our relationship will be in jeopardy.
One I know of.
Gotta be careful,
You
man.
heard what happened at A9.
The Institute is everywhere.
went to shit, right?
Yeah.
This group was
That kind of
mighty
roadblock held
strange
records.
for the
Only
Ranger.
one runner made it out.
The Institute must have
They
been
kept
taking
jabbering
aim
on
right
despite
from
this
the start.
trying to be a secret organization.
A million things.
The man
could
Tom was clearly a
happen. Talking
little
to no
screwy,
one.
little
Rest in peace, brother.
screwy, but Desdemona was holding it together pretty well. But yeah, if they were going to find any information on the Institute, she wasn't going to tell these people. They seemed to lack focus and drive, at least in a way that she preferred. Still, though, not the worst thing. Nope. Well, it's time to go back to the Predwin, get her power armor, and once again talk to Virgil. She really wasn't looking forward to another jaunt through the
If we're going to be dealing more with each other,
glowing
I need
sea,
to make sure that we're on the same page.
and didn't really care to work with these anti-institute people so much. I mean, she wasn't for the Institute either. They'd done some pretty unsavory things, but, you know, have an entire organization against one entire other organization, that seemed might a lack of focus. But hey, there were worse things to do. When she got out of there, the sun was starting to come up again, and she saw the Predwin dead ahead. She figured, well, a quick jaunt there wouldn't take too long. Plus, she just picked up some more of them signal grenades last time she was there, dropping off her excess gear. She figured here was as good as anywhere else to get a ride back. Besides, it was pretty close. Of course, then she also realized it was a mighty small area to try to cram a vertibird. She'd make it there on her own. And with that, I say thank you all for joining me. I hope you're enjoying my content as much as I'm enjoying making it for all of you. And I really do enjoy making all this for you, which is why I put out a video every single day of the week. Yes, all 7 days. If you do enjoy my content, then please do the typical YouTube thing of like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell icon, all that great stuff to help my channel grow big and strong. It's, you know, Doing all that stuff is like YouTube channel Wheaties. Just do it and make it better. If you're not enjoying my content, then please feel free to leave a thumbs down, because I don't mind. And what I would really appreciate is if you do leave a thumbs down, leave a comment down below on what I could do to improve, because I want to get better, and see what I can do to make it more enjoyable for you. Anyway, if you would like to contact me in a more direct manner than the comments down below, then I do have a Discord server. You can find a link down below. It's Maester Aelix's Airy, because I'm a huge fan of the AE combo, if you can't tell. Anyway, you can find me there almost all the time, except for when I'm at my day job, sleeping, or recording these episodes for you. And if you really truly do enjoy these episodes, then please consider becoming a patron on my Patreon campaign. Patrons can get themselves a variety of beautiful rewards, including early access to videos. I have an entire new video series that's exclusive for my patrons, and yeah, get a chance to join me on my live streams, and you can also get on my Discord server's private patron-only channel, where I'm known to put in bloopers, production streams, etc., etc. So, if you want to see more, consider going into my Patreon campaign. Link down below in the description. Anyway, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all next time.